Hello and welcome back to EU4. This episode, the audiobook version of EU4. I'm very sorry about this. I totally mucked up. Unfortunately, I don't have the recording for this episode. And I'd love to say it was because I had some corruption on my hard drive or my recording software failed, but it's just because I mucked up and I didn't record the video for this episode. So I'm very sorry. I'm going to still upload this video with the audio and just a loop of some footage of what the game is going to look like at the end of this episode running in the background. I hope that's all right. It's Iron Man. I would go back and re-record it. Future campaigns are likely not to be Iron Man if I'm not doing an achievement run. So I'm very sorry about that, but I hope you still enjoy listening to it. I know there are some people that like just listening to these videos. So if you want to do that, feel free. If you want to skip to the next video, obviously just do that. Normal programming will resume in the next video. Thank you very much for watching if you want to, and thanks for coming along even if you didn't. Anyway, I'll let past me take it away. Go ahead. Hello and welcome back to EU4. I'm Count Christo and this is the Prussian Pride campaign. Last time we took some glorious land, very valuable land, especially Königsberg and Danzig, great provinces over here from the Teutonic Order, and now we are just gearing up for glorious war against the bastards north of us in Pomerania who have the indignant desire to remain independent, which is ludicrous. Ludicrous indeed. Poland just moved their capital. We'd like another ship. We're going to have to send those ships home once we declare this war. Now, I think, it takes about, how long? 3 months to build up to full morale? 3 or 4 months? So we should probably raise our maintenance about now-ish. Let's do it now. We should raise it a bit earlier because these guys have some way to reinforce. If I was really going to min-max, I would make sure our front line matched theirs in infantry and then had cavalry on top of that. But I'm not sure I can be bothered. Actually, since we only have 2 cavalry, we'd want to match theirs plus 2. So we'd want to do something like this for the army that's going to actually attack them. 2 shock or 3. A new heir, 1 4 2. He's not the best. And I might disinherit him. Prestige is giving us plus 13 at the moment. We can afford to lose plus 13. I think I will disinherit him immediately. And he's got an average claim. No, get rid of him. We want to die. In fact, the aid of wanting to die, we'll definitely send our own guy in as the leader of this charge. We really want to die because then we're going to get... excuse me. Then we're going to get the Russian dynasty on our throne. So, Pomerania, I hear you've no allies. That was a bad move on your part. Now, do I want to go to war with Brunswick right now? I'd really like to break up the alliance between Saxony and Brunswick. So, yes. Yes. Yes, I would. Okay, so let's declare war on you and let's call in Saxony. And let's smash them. And continue improving with the Palatinate, just top them off. Oh yes, and let's proclaim guarantees of our allies. Because we're not going to dishonour calls for them anyway. Sorry, from them, not for them. So I'm going to guarantee all my allies. I tend to do that in every game these days. Oh, I forgot about sending my ships home. Whoops-a-daisy. So Saxony's going to come in and help us. We took a a terrain penalty and we still stamped them. That was very nice. They don't want any of this land, do they? No, good. Well, we'll just let them siege it for us then. No point suffering attrition. When there's no need, we will send 2 of our guys just to take out the ones that they appear to have no desire to siege. And then let's get ready to take out Brunswick. Brunswick appears to have no allies. Oh, they have a PU over Lüneburg. Interesting. Well, we could do with taking Lüneburg. That's only 8 development, and that gets us closest to Hamburg. Fantastic. Okay, well, we'll definitely look at doing that then. Oh, good. Alsace? I should really know the name of our... Ansbach. These people are going to help us out. That's very useful. Yes, right. Improving relations with the Palatinate. Great. Good, so we're up to 10 favours with our allies. Not Saxony, of course, because we just called them in. With the other guys, that's good. New technology. Pikes. That's probably why we didn't do so well. We didn't have the best technology going. I don't pay any attention to these, so I picked the top one. They had the same number of pips, I don't concern myself with it. If you think that's a terrible sin, do tell me in the comments. I'm interested to be corrected, but I think all of them basically fight just as well as the others. So Anhalt is another person that would be the moment to attack. They have got some other allies. Magdeburg's allied to Bohemia, so we'll deal with them once we deal with Bohemia. Saxe-Lauenburg is not got many allies at all. So once we take Lüneburg, I think these two would be good candidates. Saxe-Lauenburg is a great candidate for a vassalization because they often have lots of claims around them, so we can feed them their claims. Shall I wait for a claim here? I should, really. Let's keep bumping Diplotech here. Get this growing faster and faster. Get the Renaissance embraced up here in the north. Ooh, Teutonic Separatists just fired. How many of them? 12,000. That's quite a few. Well, we'll defend against them in Danzig, which will force them to take the crossing penalty, so that's not too bad. We might even be able to get Ansbach to come and do it for us. Here, Ansbach. Let's give them a thing. I want them to be supportive. There we go. Ansbach's going to come and help us kill these rebels. Excellent. I also want to... I always do Forward for Glory, because it gives you morale of armies and military tradition, which is great. So we've 100%, but we're not going to accept there. Oh, are you going to charge in? No, but they have joined to this army. Great. So now we can take the crossing ourselves. Why can't I? It's possible to move here with transports, but all transports are currently busy. Oh, Pomerania is blockading it. The gits. That's irritating. Oh, well. As soon as I finish improving with Palatinate, I want to improve with Ansbach, because I'm going to want to start stealing money from Ansbach, which we can only do if they like us. So we're going to want to improve relations with them as much as possible. I do want to wait for a claim on Lüneburg, because we're so low on admin points. One of the only things claims do these days, by the way, is give you cheaper admin for coring. Looks like they're coming. Oh, but they're not going across the strait. That's clever of them. Oh, they're going to fight the Polish. Great, the Polish can deal with them for us. Perfect. That's just perfect. Oh, they don't want Danzig, because Danzig has Danzigian separatists building up in it. That's interesting. Not worth monarch points right now. Okay, great. We'll pull that diplomat, and let's send him down to Ansbach. Excuse me. Perfect. He might come up here. Oh, actually, that's a siege. He's going to be there for ages. I'm going to lower my military spending. No, I'm not. No, I'm not, because I'm about to use my troops to take out Brunswick. Brunswick, sorry, not Brunswick. Good, there goes Poland. We will seek Ottoman protection. So the Ottomans just got the Crimea as a march. Oh, there they go. Oh, and Carissa. Crimea must have vassalized Carissa. So the Ottomans just got all that land free, which is bonkers, but oh well. Alright, let's declare war on Brunswick. It's worth noting in this situation, very much worth noting, what's about to happen is I'm going to declare war on them, and Saxony is not going to get a defensive call, right? There's no call that's going to go out to Saxony, which means that there isn't a break of the alliance between these two. So you must win this war so much that they won't join on Brunswick's side before you end this war up here. So if I entered this war right now, Saxony would probably join on the enemy's side. But if I get them up to 25% war score, then Saxony can't join on that side anymore, because the AI will never join wars that are worse than 25% war score. So I can send out almost all of these guys, because Ansbach is presenting plenty of troops to hold down most of this siege for me, which is great. Pomerania wants peace, but we shall say no. Which is annoying, because it means we can't get over here to liberate our guys, but oh well, we shall make do. Let's unify those two. Okay, that siege is going well. Who's our next target then? Maybe Stade? Or just Lüneburg? Lüneburg, Marienburg, Stade? Yeah, looks good. Let's get claims. Are we at the point where we can start offering vassalization? No, not yet. Oh yes, we were going for another marriage down here, but we're quite full up on diplomatic relations. Let's do that right now. That's better. 541. He's crap at military, but good, better than average Diplo, and really good admin, we will we'll take him. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the Russian dynasty, but, you know, c'est la vie. These kind of things happen. Say that EU4. Up to 4 troops here now. I might as well lower their funding, since they're not actually doing anything right now. What else do I need to do right now? Not much, really. Economy's good. Let's train some more boats. How close are we to our naval force limit? Not even close. Danzig alone is going to give us how much naval force limit? Quite a lot, I'd be betting. Only 0.9? We haven't stated Danzig. Let's do that right now. There we go. 0.8. That's much. Sorry, 1.8. That's much better. We are probably going to get some separatists here, but I think we can just deal with that. I might even be tempted to lower autonomy because it's such a good province. Bit more Diplo development here in Berlin. We really want to rush that Renaissance. There it is, present. Great. Okay, let's crush these guys, mostly using... in fact, yeah, let's do it even more gamily. So we're just going to send in this guy, who's almost entirely Lüneburgian troops, and then send our guys in afterwards as reinforcements. So if you look, the Lüneburgian guys are in the middle. Sorry, the Ansbachian guys are in the middle, which means they're taking most of the casualties. Our peace treaty just ended with Pomerania, but we're not going to declare on them directly. We're going to declare on the Teutons, which is going to pull them in, which will be great. Now we just have to hope that Poland doesn't totally annex them before we have a chance to enact that glorious, glorious plan. Alright, no longer attached to me. I'd like you to do the sieges for me. No? Oh, I've got them supportive. Right, siege, please. We've got such low manpower, we really don't want to take any casualties we don't have to. Especially with the manpower ticking up. Sorry, this peasants' war ticking up like this. What can stop it? Currently in disaster, manpower level at least 50%. Yeah, so all we can do is stave it off. I better increase stability then, really. Because we're going to have some problems about overextension causing it to tick up here in a moment as well. Okay, now we're safe to end the peace with Pomerania. I just want Stettin. Oh, blimey, can't even take that. Okay. That is a bit worrying. So Lüneburg has 5 development, and they won't accept vassalization. So we're not going to be able to get vassalization with them, even if they like us, because we helped them in this war. So I think this war we're going to have to end rather peacefully, with some war reps and some ended rivalries, and a break of that alliance, most crucially, and all their money, which happens to total exactly 100. Very nice. Well, that's a lovely cash injection. And then we're going to wait to the end of this year, and then take Stettin. That is a great cash injection. I'm very happy with that. Let's lower the military spending. Truce with Mecklenburg. Oh, don't tempt me, game. Come on, make us emperor. You know we'd be a better emperor. Ooh, what's this? The Holzschwagen lands are now all in the hands of Albrecht III Achilles. Is that actually our name? It is. But worried minds fear they might split and be divided once again in the future. Indeed, the March of Brandenburg itself might be split amongst them among overabundance of sons. It is clear that once strong lands such as Saxony or Thuringia have suffered hard from being parcelled out to many heirs of the principal title holders, something Albrecht III Achilles would rather avoid. Indeed, even at the imperial court we have received worrying warnings that we have not sufficiently protected for our succession. An electorate is expected to be indivisible. If we are to protect the Brandenburgian electorate forever, however, we might have to let go of the Francian holdings of our dynasty in Ansbach to our younger sons. So we can have Brandenburg must be indivisible, which gives us Desposia Ancilia until the end of the game, which gives us 10% less stability cost, really good, or and 25% chance for a new heir, but we lose the personal union over Ansbach, which is not... Oops, sorry about that. Just knocked my pop filter into the mic. Don't know if you heard that. Hopefully you didn't. So we lose Ansbach, which, let's face it, is 7 development, or there is only a problem in families that don't stick together. -1 stability, -10 prestige, and Austria dislikes us. That's not great, and Austria dislikes us because we're insulting the Habsburgs, I assume. I like this actually. Stability cost modifier in the late game when you want to break truces. Stacking stability cost modifier is really useful. Let's do it. We've let them free. We've gained the restoration of the Union, but we've lost it immediately because that's part of the event. And they're free. They are masters of their own fate. I should have demanded money from them before I did that. Oh well, Iron Man, nothing I can do about it. So that's great. Minus 10% stability cost. That's really useful. I wish that had happened a second ago before I boosted my freaking stability. Oh well. So I don't need to build this spy network anymore because we didn't actually take Lüneburg. And now it's January, so it's time to consider this. Yep, that looks good to me. All your money and war reps and end your rivalries. Actually, I don't want these rivalries to end because they'd be they're advantageous for me to continue. Yep, that looks good to me. Bit of land, loads of money. Ooh, loads of money, 300, very nice. That's going to bankroll our embracement of the institution. Fantastic. We don't, all right, so this is something quite important. Don't embrace an institution unless you're just about to take a technology, because the moment you embrace it, it starts spreading to all your other provinces really, really quick, right? And once it's spreading really quick to other provinces, the neighbours get it, and you hate your neighbours. You may not know it, but they are your mortal enemy and you want them all dead. So do not do it early. You want your neighbours dead. Only do it when you're about to take a technology. I'm going to leave the pop-up just so that I don't forget about it. But yeah, don't do that early. Right, free diplomats. We are still solidly being elected emperor. Let's just pop up relations with any of these that are below 100. Might as well. Just those extra 6, you never know. Could just clinch us the election. Are we back up to, yep, 49.98. For some reason it doesn't seem to get to 90. Sorry, to 50. It trends towards 50, right? It says there, it trends towards 50. The current monthly change is minus 0.08, which doesn't make much sense. So knock it down again. The clergy wants more land, greedy that they are. They've currently got 5.7%. I'd quite like to give this to the burghers because it's going to give us 0% autonomy for the trade there. So the clergy can have Stettin, I guess. Yeah, Stettin, and I'll revoke this one, which reduces their proportion of land to 17%, and they want 15. Yeah, okay, so let's do that. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to let the institution spread. And of course, the longer you let it spread, you know, the cheaper it's going to be. Oh, I forgot about the unlawful territory. That's a shame. No, I'm afraid not, Austria. Come at me if you dare. I have Muscovy on my side. Okay, so this money. Let's build some temples. Oh, no, we can't build temples yet. Because we haven't got this yet. Have we focused admin? Let's focus admin. We're falling behind. Admin is one of the most important. One of the most important. There's only 3. It is the most important monarch point, hands down, in my opinion. 1, still 5 here. That's quite a lot. We're going to have to deal with that rebellion sooner or later. Some people wish to hire Australia. Oh, Muscovy does. Can't afford the admin cost of that right now, so we're just going to have to spend a bunch of money. We've got loads of money now, though, so that's fine, really. I'd really like to help out Muscovy in their wars, or rather not help them out, but pretend. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get military access. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bessarabia? What? What? They must have had some rebels. That's weird. You don't often see it. Oh, it's steppes. They will have been Cossack rebels. Lucky Ottomans. They're going to get a free shot at this Bessarabia with its estuary. The Danube estuary's down there. Lucky beggars. Oh well. Who's got a disputed succession? Anyone possible? Bessarabia. Surprise, surprise, since they're new. We've got a free diplomat. Never have a free diplomat. It's a waste. Let's get some claims on our neighbours. Like, yep, a Teutonic Order. Definitely. We also want claims on Anhalt and on Magdeburg and on the rest of Pomerania and on Poland and on loads of other people. So you're at war with the Golden Horde. Why do you want Condottieri? You're going to win that easily, surely. Is it just you versus the Golden Horde? Looks like it. Yeah, just the Golden Horde. It's going to be a crush. But unfortunately, we can't get our Condottieri all the way over there. Oh well. More infantry. They're cheap and they're cost effective. At the moment, see, cavalry, they're twice as good. They cost 2.5 times as much, and they're not 2.5 times as good. So they're not really worth it. Well, obviously we want to favour the burghers, but is that going to give us... I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. It's probably burghers or something, but burghers just sounds good. Yeah, we're going to support the burghers because we want them to get that trade efficiency up now that we have some trade, some actual significance in the trade world. We're getting 2 ducats. Very nice. To be fair, I mean, it's not a small chunk. That's almost as much as we make from production. And once we take all this land, we're going to get some serious trade income. Getting cheaper. Nice. Call that diplomat. Austria's embraced the Renaissance, which means it's going to spread faster up here, which is good. Well, the neighbours of Austria, which will then spread to us. Anhalt, I'd very much like all your land, please. So let's start fabricating on them. We've got 200 sailors. The most pointless modifier in the game, because the only time you ever run out of sailors is in this situation, where you've just reached the coast. It's the only time you ever run out of sailors. So it's a modifier that only ever matters. Sorry, it's a number that only ever matters for countries just into the coast, which is very unrealistic and very silly. But oh well. We're going to ease the tax burden, because that's what I always do. You don't want to lose manpower, you don't want to have national unrest, so tax burden it is. Danzig's about to rise up. Hopefully I can get there in time. Looks like I can. We've caught Stettin. Great. So we're going to start getting some serious trade income from the control of that. 13 trade power. That's how much? 5% of all of this whole node. That's not bad at all. I'm going to lower autonomy, which is going to give them huge unrest, but they were going to rebel anyway, so it's not that bad. Come on, Danzigians, come at me. Oh, they've only got 0.7 unrest. They probably won't fire. Maybe I should lower their autonomy as well. Yeah, let's do it. Only lowered it by about 16 in each case, which is not fantastic because I gave it to an estate, but it's good anyway. You know, a little bit. We're going to have to fight the separatists anyway. Might as well. So how many are going to rise up in Celestia this time? 14k. Nonsense. Nonsense, but oh well. We'll go fight them after we've killed the Danzigians. Great, so time to get some claims here. Well, Mamel is the most important. I should really have claimed Marienburg because it's the highest development. But thing is, I'm concerned that Poland's going to war them. Although they're not actually, are they? Because they allied... Haha, I love this. So Poland's allied to Bohemia, and Bohemia's allied to the Teutonics. So the Poland's just going to let us eat the rest of the Teutonic Order, which is great. Hey, Berlin's the seat of a cardinal. Great. Cardinals. What do cardinals give you these days? I honestly can't remember. Does it tell you? If I hover over myself... Where am I? There I am. Where did it tell you? Oh, yes, it's the religion screen. Only papal influence. They used to give you tech cost discount, which was horribly overpowered in the late game because you could stack up so many of them. Still us, going to win the vote. Great. Great. We're powering up in monarch points towards the next tech. Have enough in about 58, which of course will be earlier because we're going to embrace that institution, getting rid of that 14% tech cost penalty. Come on, Danzigians, come at me. That's good news. Ooh, light ship cost down. Perfect. Well, I should probably cancel all the light ships except the current one and then start them training again for cheaper. Great. I'd like to claim Anhalt. Cancel that. Ooh, who are you always and why? Munster. But they might take Anhalt as well. No claim on it, so maybe not. Who should we build up our Spanish on next? Livonians? I'm not going to full call them into the war, but this is only a 7 development province. Yeah, Livonians. This is far away. We want to push up here, because we'd really like to get Navarra before Muscovy does. That'll probably make Muscovy break their alliance with us, but once we get all the way up there, I'll probably feel confident enough that I won't care. Okay, fabulous. Looks like Brunswick's winning their war down there. It's no matter, we'll crush them again in the next one. Brilliant, but that's the end of the episode. So next time, we'll embrace the Renaissance. The Renaissance will come to glorious, proud Prussia. Oh, it's an irritating order of those to fire in. Oh well, we'll go down and kill them. We'll put down the darn Celestians for the second time, and we'll kill these disloyal merchants in these trading cities we've acquired on the coast. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.